on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with SMP Europe. I'm delighted to be joined by the GB Supporters Club Chairman and Chairwoman, Annette and Allan Petrie. Listen, it's great to have you to talk to us. And really, I'll start with a sad question. It's the first time you're going to miss a tournament in person for nearly 30 years. I just wonder how you're feeling about that.
It's going to be really weird, Chris. Yeah, we haven't been to every tournament since '91. So to not be going is going to be very strange, especially obviously the last sort of few tournaments where the crowds, the GBSC members have grown like in number, tenfold. That atmosphere, we're going to really, really miss that atmosphere, and obviously being there supporting the guys.
Annette, same for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's really unbelievable that, as you say, it's been 30 years. This is the first tournament we're going to miss. I really hasn't sunk in yet, and I don't know how I'm going to feel, sort of come a week Saturday when the boys get on the ice and we're not in the stands cheering them on.
I wonder both of you, what's been your favourite memory? And let's just touch on that, in those, I mean, there's some obvious ones, isn't there? But if you could pinpoint one memory, one moment, Allan and then Annette.
Oh, wow. That's very difficult. I mean, I would have to pick one from the past and one from the present, really. Past would definitely have been, obviously, the promotion under Alex Dampier in Eindhoven, where we came into bottom seeds and obviously won the entire tournament, went up to the A pool. And then for me, I know a lot of people sort of debate on this one, but for me, it was definitely the France game. To come from 3-0 down, that game was just a roller coaster of emotions for everybody there, I think.
And Annette?
I know. Well, I was actually going to say exactly the same two games. Everyone that was at Belfast and then obviously again in Hungary, they said they're absolutely fantastic memories for them. But for me, I just remember sitting outside the arena in that France game and feeling so sick, just complete with emotion. And, what did I want? Do I want us to stay up? Do I want us to go back down again? And the emotions that came over me after that goal went in was unbelievable. So I'm definitely with Allan there, the French game.
See, I always go with Hungary, but that's why the debate is great. But the Hungary for me was because it was the moment they were promoted, and the fact the goal, the goal came so close to the end of a game when you felt time was running out. But like you said, Allan, it's a moment that can be debated for forever and ever about which one of this run has been amazing. So you're not there, but you're going to be there in spirit. You've got so many events lined up. Just talk us through what GBSC are going to be doing. While you're not able to be there.
Well, what we thought we'd do is we'd take, bring GB or staycation as we're calling it. So we're going to go through our normal events we would do if we're at the World Championships. So we're going to have a music quiz, a general knowledge quiz. On the Sunday, after our first game in the afternoon, we're encouraging all the fans to go and find their local mini golf, and we'll have their own individual mini golf tournaments, just like we would do at the World Championships.
That's absolutely brilliant. So basically, it's kind of business as usual, but just like the rest of the UK at home.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just intending to try and make it as much as it would have been on a tournament. Even though we can't all be together, for everyone to try and link up in different ways through the GBSC Facebook page. So we've even got like a bake-off going on. Obviously, the theme day was a massive hit in Slovakia. They even made the New York Times on the sports page, I believe. So we've even got that, and we're doing that. And we've got this year is going to be British Summer, which is quite ironic because we don't have one.
Just to be clear, you're encouraging GBSC, well, any members, any GB fans to dress up as usual.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's brilliant. I think we'll be asking. You'll have to remind me which game is that?
That's actually going to be the first game.
That's the first game.
Okay, so we'll be wanting lots of pictures, won't we? Lots of pictures of people dressed up at home. And my final question to both of you, and you kind of touched on it when we were chatting before we started recording, but about how the boys feed off the energy, and they always talk about, you guys must know, the boys always talk about the energy that they get from the GB support. Do you feel that, as fans in the stand, do you see them responding to what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really do. You know, there's been parts in the games where, you know, where we were just sort of behind the eight ball and struggling a bit, and the fans have just raised that level up a little bit in the stands, and it just, you know, it produces some sort of reaction on the ice. You know, goal, or, you know, something happens to just trigger the team to make them go up that extra level. Definitely hasn't had an effect, especially the last sort of 4 or 5 years of tournaments. You know, like we were saying, you know, how the crowds increased, you know, the numbers have increased, and the atmosphere has just been incredible.
And Annette, finally, I just think I want to touch on where we started going there with Alan about the fans. But to me, I just want you to talk about that unique relationship between the fans and the players and the staff of Great Britain. You don't see it really anywhere in sport, but in GB ice hockey, you do, whether it be on a concourse, whether it be in a car park where France can't get out just after GB have beaten them. There's been so many famous occasions, and you'll have been on many, many, many more than myself, but I've seen some lovely ones where, you know, even in down times when GB have lost gold medal games, it still happens, and it's always just a lovely moment. And I guess the question is, you know, it really is special and hard to put into words sometimes, that bond between fans and GB.
Oh, it is. We're totally unique, and I think a lot of it stems from a lot of the fans have followed the players from under 18s, under 20s, and then up to seniors. And obviously, they've got to know the players over the years, and that is why we are so different. You know, you don't get that in other countries. Obviously, we know that. You can't imagine sort of Canada and USA that happening. So that gives us that relationship that I think is a bond that is really, really strong, and it's something that no other country has, and I can't see any other country having that. And I think it is because of the relationship we have between, obviously, people like yourselves, Andy Buxton, the general manager, Pete Russell, you know, even Taff. We've all known these people for so long that we are actually one big family.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us. And I really am gutted that you guys and the rest of the supporters club and the GB whole fan base won't be there. It's going to be a very, very weird tournament indeed. But thank you for joining us. That's Annette and Allan Petrie on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with SMP Europe.